Everyone loves an old vinyl record. They produce sound quality that digital simply cannot. But when have you ever seen a record player carried around? This is where digital music comes in. It can be carried around on just about any computing device, at anywhere, at any time. And I'm going to show you how. Hi, my name is Brittany, and I'm going to help you through your tutorial today. But before we get started, I want to first talk about the difference between analog sound on records and digital music that you find on MP3s. Vinyl records are created through use of analog sound, which is when a very fine needle is set into wax to record the air pressure variations that are created by sound waves. Digital music is created just about the same way, but instead of recording the air pressure variations into wax, they are instead recorded into a computer program that converts them into numbers that can be manipulated by the computer. The reason why music enthusiasts are so crazy about vinyl is the fact that they record the entire sound wave, when digital music can only record a portion of the wave. But we're here to get you started on your digital literacy, so I'm going to show you how to put your own sound waves into your MP3 device. Let's get started. I want you to first open your iTunes store. When you first open iTunes, it'll probably bring you to your music library, and that's okay. But I want to talk about the iTunes store first. So if you'll come over here and click on the iTunes store bar, it'll bring you to this page. There'll be tons of advertisements about music CDs at the top with our specials, with movies and television at the bottom. On the side, there'll be top charts for the songs and movies and music videos down at the bottom. But I want to first get started on downloading music. I want you to come over here and click Sign In. Once you click Sign In, this is the screen that will pop up. If you've never had an Apple account before, I want you to go and click the button that says Create New Account and follow the instructions that are provided. If you have an Apple account, fill out the provided information with your sign-in and your password. If you've forgotten your password, you can go and click Forget Password and it will send you to your email address. Once the information is filled in, all you have to do is click Sign In. Once you sign in, you'll be brought back to this main page. Now we can choose the music that we want to download. We can choose from the advertised CDs, or we can go to the top corner and click Search Store. We can search album names, artists, and genres up here. But for now, I feel like we should search for one of our favorite old artists. Okay, so I've decided that we're going to start searching for Johnny Cash. So if you come over here, you can see that I've started searching. So I started typing a few letters of Johnny's first name into this little search bar, and choices have popped up. So the computer's been trying to guess what I'm looking for. So of course Johnny Cash is the first option, but if I was looking for Jack Johnson, Elton John, these options would pop up and I could go down and click on them. Once we have searched for Johnny Cash, this is the screen that's going to pop up. It's going to show all sorts of information on him and the media that he's been involved in, such as albums will be listed at the top, so if you're looking for a particular album by Johnny Cash. The songs will follow, the music videos, the books, movies will also be on here, and any other kind of digital media that he has been involved in. But for our purposes, I'm going to focus on the song section. We are looking at the song section on your iTunes page, and as you can see, it lists the names of songs, the different albums Johnny Cash has been involved in, and as well as the popularity over here. Ring of Fire has the biggest popularity with Get Rhythm at the smallest. So if you want to go up and buy Ring of Fire, we go over to $1.29 buy. This is the price that you're going to be paying with your iTunes card. So all you have to do is click buy. Once you hit the buy button, it's going to prompt you to make sure that you really want to purchase that song. Once you hit OK, it's going to start downloading automatically into your computer, into the iTunes program. So what you do to get to your music is we were in iTunes Store, and I want you to go down and click on the Purchase button. This is going to be the section where all the music that you have bought through the iTunes Store is going to be stored on your computer for your musical pleasure. So you go down and you can see all the songs that you have bought on this computer, and we find the one that we just bought, The Ring of Fire by Johnny Cash. There also will be a small section when it first started downloading between ping and purchase. but that will disappear once the song is finished download. So don't worry about that. Just worry about your purchase section. Let's say you want to listen to your music on your computer before putting it on your iPod. All you have to do is go over here and pick a song, like we've got Ring of Fire that we just downloaded. You double click on it and it'll start playing, or you can do it up here where you can pause, play, skip the songs back and forth, or you can play with volume, make it really soft or really loud. You can do this in the purchase section or in the music section that you have. Now I want you to try. Remember everything that we've talked about, and feel free to rewind and replay every bit of this video if you need to. But I want you to go into iTunes and download your own music into your iTunes store. Once you connect your MP3 or iPod, there's going to be a couple of changes to the iTunes library. First thing to notice is that under this new section as we begin, it's called Devices. This is used on an iPod, and so it's actually going to show up as an iPod, but if you use a different device, it will also be viewable here, but it'll have a different name. And so you can look at the music that you have on your iPod, but first we're going to talk about how to get music. Once our iPod or MP3 player is connected and we've downloaded music into our music library, we can now move it onto our MP3 player. So say I've downloaded the Beatles CDs and I want to put Hey Jude onto my iTunes. So I click it and I drag it over to the iTunes iPod box. This whole box will light up. Then all you have to do is release. At the top, it'll show you that the files are updating and that it's downloading onto the iTunes. Once it completes that bar, you're all done. And then you can go over here and click on your iPod in the music section, and you can come down and see that Hey Jude is now on my iPod. If I want to play it, click it twice. Now I'm going to show you how to make a playlist on your iPod. So you go over here, and we're already in music. So go to the top and hit File, New Playlist. Down here, you'll have a section to name your playlist. And then it's empty right now, so we need to go to Music. And say I want to put all the Beatles music on here. So I click the bottom one, which is the Beatles, and then I'm going to hit Shift, and I'm going to click all of the Beatles, the songs that I want to put up here. And then once I do that, I continue to hold Shift. Do not let Shift go. And then I hold it and I move it directly to Groovin'. So you don't want it to be the entire selection. You want it just your playlist. And release. It'll show that it's moving over up here. Your music will still stay in your main area, but these will be selected songs. So Groovin' is filled only with the Beatles. So you can click and play, and if you want to do this on your iPod, there'll be a section for playlists, and then you can go in and hit Groovin', and it will only play these songs. Now I'm going to show you how to put music onto a CD. It's a lot like how we made a playlist on our iPod. But first we need to make sure that we're in the music section of our library. And then first we go to File, go down to New Playlist. This is a lot like how we made a playlist on our other computer. First, we have to name it. And it's empty, so we need to go back up to Music and find some music to put in here. So let's say I want to put all the Beatles music. So I'm going to click on the last one, hit Shift, copy multiple at a time. I can even move the scroll bar while holding Shift. Do not let it go. Now that I have all the Beatles selected, I'm going to continue to hold Shift and move it down to Move in Playlist. Now we can click on it, and all the Beatles music is saved on here. Okay, we're almost done. Now that we have our playlist created and our CD is now in our computer,
All we have to do is go over and then click on Moving, then right click on it, and you'll have this little box. It says Burn Playlist to Disk. Click on it. It's going to ask you a couple options, like preferred speed, how fast it's going to download, the gaps between songs, and all you have to do to finish it is click Burn. And now it's your turn. I want you to use the music that you bought off of iTunes to make your own CD and playlists on your computer. Feel free to rewind and review any of my steps along the way. Have fun!
Congratulations! You now know how to upload, download, and burn your own music using Apple technology. I hope this has taken you a little bit away from vinyl records so that you can take your music anywhere with you.